everybody. Higdon here. What is going on? Woot woot. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I am real excited for this for show. This is going to be absolutely amazing. So, as you may have heard, we are going to start releasing the episodes of our Play to Win reality show, where people came from all over the world to compete on camera for either a year of coaching with me and our and the Higdon group, or a job with us for a year. And we're going to be releasing the episodes starting next month. And then at the Rank Makers Live event, we're releasing the finale. So we're actually going to be watching it with you at Rank Makers Live in October. And so if you don't have a ticket just yet, grab your ticket at rankmakerslive.com. I do want to give you a heads up. If you've been delaying getting your ticket and you've been dragging your feet, well, price does go up on Friday. So make sure that you get it before Friday, just so you can save a little bit of money. And so today's guest is such a stud, and he's someone that I'm actually very grateful that I had the opportunity to meet and hang out with. And I'm going to bring him out here for a second. But first of all, let me just give some shout outs. What's up, Lola? What's up, Nancy, Debbie, Maria, Nazia, Krisha, Robin? Yeah, Sherry, Dana, Sue, Richard. Awesome. And by the way, I'm going to, in the spirit of giving, let's give a little bit. Let's give a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is, just to kind of bribe you guys, just to be honest here, those of you who share, I'm going to give away a couple of our 90-day journals. And so when we finish this live, I'm going to pick some people who shared and instantly award you with some of our 90-day journals. These things are amazing. They have our manifesto in them. They have some of my favorite quotes, like that one. The act of showing up despite everything is the difference between those who win and those who struggle. They got lines for you to fill out for your prospecting. So we're going to give away some of these. I mean, we have sold thousands and thousands of these 90-day journals. I'm going to be giving away some of those to those who share. So if you'd like to share, click the share button. And as soon as we finish, I'm going to be awarding those out. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and bring this young man out here. I was very impressed with his story. And this is a guy you're going to want to get to know, and then you're going to get to know him when we start releasing these episodes of our reality show, Play to Win. And so let's go ahead and bring my man out, Mr. Tyrone Williams. Here he comes in 3, 2, 1. Boom! What's up, Tyrone?
How's it going, Ray?
It's going well, man. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
All right. So let's, I guess we got a few people on here. We got at least 4 people watching today, maybe a little bit more. And so I think some people may not know you, my friend. So why don't you share a little bit of your story?
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Tyrone. Since about 8 years old, I've been in, situations where I had to figure things out. And this really, shaped my life on, what decisions I made. And I went through life.
Because you didn't have it easy. Like, you didn't have an easy
I
childhood.
didn't have it easy. And I want to get to Play to Win, to the Play to Win part, because
Sure.
it really made me look backwards on where I came from and how I grew up. So coming from 8 years old and moving forward, I found music. I made decisions, created opportunities for myself in all types of situations, and eventually I found. Did I cut out?
Yeah, cut out there a little bit.
Okay, so eventually I found music and became a DJ, and I've been a DJ since I was about 15 years old. So for a long time, and
all right, so help me out here, because I believe let me help you out. So I believe at the age of 8, you were performing magic on the street to pay for your own food. Is that correct, or am I wrong there?
That is correct. I mean, yeah, that is correct. Like it was one of those things. My resources wasn't I didn't have any resources. So it's like, okay, what can I do? I had an interest in magic. And so I was like, you know what, I could just get out here. And I took it was an old drawer, and I had took some watercolors and I painted like 25 cents on it, and then I like set it up vertically, and I was out there performing like with my little magic tricks. I had read it like some books from the library, and that's where I got my knowledge about magic from. So I was out there just practicing and just making money, just figuring out like how to survive. My mom, she got hooked on drugs when I was around that time, and that really like set my life in a 180. So it was like, what are you gonna do? It's like she was
Because she couldn't take care of you at
she
that
was
point.
there.
You had to take care of you.
So it was like on me. It was like make a decision. He's like, what are you going to do? Well, how are you going to figure this out? And so that was the real like test. Like, I think that set the tone for like probably my life. It's like you're going to be thrown in all types of situations. Like, what are you going to do to figure this out?
Right. And so, I mean, that was very inspiring to hear, to hear your story and how you had to really, step it up and way earlier than most people ever have to. Um, so talk a little bit about what, kind of maybe where were you before you, played with us on the reality show Play to Win? Like what was up before that, and maybe share some things that you learned in the actual show as well.
Okay. Before, right before, I've been in this, I guess entrepreneurship kind of game. Like, like I said, I was I've been a DJ for a long time. So, this is one of the main things that I, you know, am an entrepreneur in, DJing. Um, Before the show, I really, it's kind of ties into how I found you, but I don't want to get into that just yet. Uh, I was kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? Like I was all over the place. I was trying to figure out like where I wanted to take my life. I was doing DJing. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be a DJ. I do love it, but I don't want to do it forever. So I was like, it's something else that I'm supposed to connect. That's this internal feeling that I'm like, I don't get what it is, but
You felt like there was something out there that was bigger where you could tap into more of your potential. Is that what you're saying?
yes, 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 definitely. Like, and I felt this. It wasn't always like, specifically coming to me, but it's like I felt it. And so I've been following all these different paths, trying to figure out and put together like what that actually was. And so eventually I found you, and then I applied for the show, and like I said, I've been tested all my life. And even with the show, um, it was a point where it was like I submitted my video and then I didn't hear nothing back, and I was like, oh man, like okay, they didn't pick the. I see people get picked and everything, and then something. I mean, I watched your videos. You big on follow up, and something was like, follow up with them. You know what I mean? Like the fortunate to follow. So I sent the email. I realized I sent the email about a week and a half out, and I was like, hey, what have you picked everybody for the show? What's up? And sure enough, that Monday before the actual filming week, or the actual week of, on the Monday, I get an email back saying, hey, we love to have you on. Can you can you make it? It's like 5 days away. So in that position, I really had to figure out some things real quick, and
Yeah.
I got
And I just want to point out, I mean, we didn't cover the travel for anybody. And so like you had to, this was a risk, it was a risk of, hey, is this gonna, I'm gonna have to invest to get there, and not just the time off because for 5 days, but also the travel. And so, okay, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we were so I wasn't planning for that at all. So it was like coming out the blue. I'm like, oh man, now I gotta figure this out. And then since I'm a DJ, my primary work days are on weekends, and so like that was like missing money. So it was a little sacrifice in there too. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I'm committed. Let's go. So I
Okay.
figured. I get there, and it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah. So talk about that. What were some things that you learned during the show?
Oh, I mean, some things I learned during the show. Put it into practice of definitely playing to win bigger, thinking bigger, executing bigger, being on the spot, like, if it's kind of like in the practice of what I've been doing in my life, but I was doing it at my own pace, but now it was like in a new environment. So it's like, you got to come with it. You got, 10 seconds, you got 15 seconds. Oh, it's like 20 other people like just like you. And I mean, it's game time. So it's like, it was challenging to me in a good way. You know what I mean? I like the challenge because I like to be able to figure things out. And so the biggest thing for me I learned was the direction I wanted to take my life, and that was huge because between you, Jess, Hank, and Mary Kay, like I asked y'all specific questions and I got the feedback from y'all, and y'all like gave me the things that like was like a perspective that I couldn't have got anywhere else. Not just sitting here, sitting around thinking about it. It was just like, okay, Tyrone, this is that, and this is how I see it, basically, you know, and that was huge.
Yeah, I think for me, reflecting back, there are two things that kind of hop out for me in regards to you. Is one, I really really believe that you didn't understand how good you were. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say that in the context of I guess I just don't put it into practice enough. So I didn't have it all. I don't know,
So
but it's
here's some more coaching for you. You thought you were
yeah.
done. So like someone gives you a great compliment, you say thank you and own it, right? So
Thank you,
take it, take
thank,
that, man.
thank you.
It's yeah. I mean, everyone was just very impressed with you and not just your skill set, but your attitude and everything. And the second thing that popped out was when we announced you as a finalist. I thought you were about to have a heart attack. Your face. I hope we got that on camera, but you were like you. How did that feel when I remember we were out in the field, right, at the
Yeah.
Centennial Park in Fort Myers, and when we announced you, how did that feel when we announced you as a finalist?
Uh, it was almost unbelievable. You know, like I don't put anything past. I don't put it past anything past anybody. I was out there with great people and doing amazing things. So it's like when my name got picked, sometimes I feel like I don't ever get picked for anything. So
Mm.
being on the show is just like amazing to me. And then to progress to the finalists, it was just like wow, like okay, this is getting real. And I don't know that it was just an amazing feeling. Like I just I don't know, became a statue. Was shocked.
So what have you done since the show? What have you done since the show? Have you seen yourself taking different actions, or have you been making different decisions, or like what are some things that what's been going on with you since the show?
Yeah, yeah. Since the show, I've been taking. You know, it really made me look. Like I said, the show challenged me to look backwards at my life and really figure out, you know, how I'm not, how I haven't been, telling my story. Like
Mm.
I've been executing. I've executed a lot of things, but I always didn't tell my story. So since the show, I got to get practice on getting on live. I got to practice on getting on video. So I've been executing in those areas, and then also um, building a network of people. Executing on building a network because I mean, this is how it relates to network marketing. It was like I I've been in practice of building a network of people, through my DJing work. Um, but now it's like, how big do you want to take it? You know,
Mm.
But overall, this it really challenged me to say, okay, Tyrone, since the show, you had this epiphany, of you want to impact it, you want to impact the lives of people just like me, who I was at
Mm,
8 years old. This is
right,
who I mean. That was the biggest thing. It was like,
right.
okay, I know now that feeling. We just came at exact like it came specific. So it's like, how are you going to do that? So that's since then I've been making decisions to put that in place.
That's so awesome. I mean, there's nothing that could possibly be done that's bigger than that. Is how do I help people who, and this is where we talk about where you go from the identity of who you are to the identity of who you fight for. And so like, I fight for the people that have been through some of the things that I've been through, and I haven't been through what you've been through, man. And so that's just, I mean, I to me, there is no life higher than, serving and impacting and helping those who've been through who are going through some of the things you've made it through. And so I think that's an amazing, amazing takeaway. And that's really, really powerful, man. And we're rooting for you. And so, any last? What do you suggest as we start? We're going to be releasing the episodes here shortly. What's some advice for people who are going to watch these episodes? You got any advice for them? Anything to maybe it can get them prepared for what they're about to see.
I think honestly, I think you're going to see a little bit of yourself in everybody.
Mm,
That's the biggest thing because I mean, we're all come from different backgrounds, and but we all, in a sense, we all come with little different skills, but we all are the same. Like we're put in different situations, and we have to react. So you're going to see yourself in a different situation if you can put yourself there
mm,
and like take away how you would actually be, how what you would do, what would you do with the device that has been given to a contestant or to somebody else. Like what would you do in that situation, or what would you do in the future since knowing this information? It's like it becomes like this stack on stack on stack, like perspective changes. Like I was on a live with another contestant, and I said this show wasn't just a reality show. It was a 3-in-1. It was a reality show, it was a challenge show, and it was a coaching experience at the same time. So
mm.
it was like it was a unique thing that I've ever experienced in my life, and in practice I haven't seen anything like it. So
It's awesome.
yeah,
That's really cool. I mean, those are great. Those are great. That's great advice. Great takeaways. Man, you're awesome, Tyrone. And we're excited. We're going to see you in October, right? You're going to make it, right?
yeah,
And so, one, if you got some value from me chatting with my man Tyrone here, drop us a comment. Let us know. If you'd like to meet Tyrone, then get your butt to Rank Makers Live, where we're gonna show the finale of the Play to Win reality show, and that's at rankmakerslive.com. And just a reminder, just to bribe you guys, those who share, we're going to be giving away a couple of our 90-day journals. So if you want to click share, I'm going to pick a few people immediately. When we end this, we'll pick a few, and maybe a few throughout the day as well. So click the share button. Let's get you possibly that journal. And so, Tyrone, I really appreciate you, man. You're amazing. I'm excited to see you again here in a couple months in October in Orlando. And thanks so much for sharing your story and sharing some time with us.
yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. Thank
You
you
got it.
for
You got
made
it.
this thing, man.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, hey, if you enjoyed Tyrone's story, drop a comment, give him some love. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.
Thanks.